Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. Tonight, we have the aftermath of Survivor Series, and we are officially on the road to the Royal Rumble, and we have a lot of stuff to go over, especially the shocking attack on Stone Cold at Survivor Series. Now, the winners of those Survivor Series matches from the Monday Night Raw side, I have offered the winners of those teams from the Raw and the Raw men's and women's sides a instant spot in the Royal Rumble match. They are allowed to accept it or deny it, and they're able to qualify if they want to go down that route. And actually talking about one of those rewards, you're going to see three gentlemen that were part of that Raw vs. Smackdown matchup there at Survivor Series. You're going to see Gunther, you're going to see Randy Orton, and you're also going to see Aliester Black battle it out in a triple threat elimination match in the main event, where the winner of that matchup will go on to be the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble matchup, having the best odds in the Rumble. But it seems like every year whoever's had that spot has not gone on to win. We'll see if that changes this year for the Raw side of things. Moving on to the heinous assault that we saw to basically end Survivor Series. Obviously, we saw Cody get attacked by the Great Khali, making his return to WWE. But this man, the Monster Abyss, a man we've never seen before here in Universe Mode as well, attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now look, I'm all about making a name for yourself, making a statement, but what Abyss did to a WWE Hall of Famer was uncalled for and unacceptable. And I've talked to WWE Chairman Triple H, and we've signed Abyss to a WWE contract here on Raw. And the main reason why the signing has happened is actually Stone Cold wants to fight, get revenge. He wants some of this big SOB, the Monster Abyss, that we know he's wrestled in TNA for a very long time, one of the top superstars in TNA's history, but Stone Cold wants to get his hands on him, and he will at the Royal Rumble. And now moving on to the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, that we are just 4 weeks away from, you're going to see Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship, but the question is, who will he defend his championship against? Well, that answer has been officially signed. It has been given to the WWE Chairman Triple H on who Seth Rollins is going to be facing. It's a man who won against Triple H's team there at Survivor Series. Drew McIntyre has officially signed his contract, and he is joining Monday Night Raw. At the Royal Rumble, Seth freaking Rollins will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, but that is not it. Also, Drew McIntyre will be getting a higher entry into the Royal Rumble match, as well as some other stuff behind the scenes to get him signed here to the Monday Night Raw brand. Tonight, on this edition of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see the start of the Royal Rumble qualifying matches. You're going to see a one-on-one matchup between the United States Champion LA Knight and Kofi Kingston. You're going to see a battle royal to determine who will also get a guaranteed spot into the Royal Rumble matchup as well. Plus, there is a women's tag team matchup. It will be the team of Bayley and Lyra Valkyria taking on the team of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Not only is this for a Royal Rumble qualifying matchup, but also the team that wins this matchup will go on to face the Judgment Day for the women's tag team championships at the Royal Rumble. Plus, we've already mentioned the main event, Gunther, Aliester Black, Randy Orton, a triple threat elimination matchup where the winner gets the 30th spot in the Royal Rumble match. And one last thing, ladies and gentlemen, before we do start the Royal Rumble qualifying matches, the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns is here tonight, and he will be telling you all what is next for the tribal chief on the road to the Royal Rumble. Monday Night Raw. Did you miss me? Because I didn't just return to Raw, I chose Raw. I could have stayed on NXT for a long time and just wrote out my career, but I chose not to. After I defeated Triple H, it took a bit of time to decide, do I go to Raw? Do I go to Smackdown? I made a name for myself on Smackdown. That's how I got my career rolling. It was on Smackdown, and I won the King of the Ring. I went on to win the WWE Championship and continued to deal great things for my career. But then run into a rough patch and dealing with stuff in the terms of dealing with Triple H and DX and all sorts of different things. The reason why I chose Monday Night Raw is because I want to grow even further. SmackDown, I'm not saying I couldn't went back to SmackDown, but I feel like Monday Night Raw, I feel like I can establish my legacy even further. There's so many different opponents, different opportunities, and I just felt like Monday Night Raw was the spot to be. At the Royal Rumble, it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Seth frickin' Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Seth, I respect everything you've done, but let me make one thing perfectly clear. This version of Drew McIntyre is colder, sharper, more dangerous than ever before. And I'm not stopping there. Because once I take that World Heavyweight Championship from Seth frickin' Rollins, I'm walking straight into the Royal match itself, and I'm going to win it. You heard me. I'm not just fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm entering the Rumble match itself because I'm going to do what no man's ever done before. Walk out of one night holding the title in one hand and the golden ticket to WrestleMania in the other. This is about legacy. This is about conquest. And after the Royal Rumble, the entire WWE will be forced to acknowledge the reign of the Scottish Warrior. The Rumble is coming, and Drew McIntyre is ready to claim everything.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's United States Championship.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. What a way it's already been here on Monday Night Raw, coming out of that big-time Survivor Series pay-per-view. Monday Night Raw finally winning one after being dominated these last couple years. Monday Night Raw finally gets it on top. Now, we'll be talking about Survivor Series throughout the night, but right now we're having ourselves a rematch for the United States Championship. Naomi, being a former United States champion, losing to Nia Jax. Now Naomi finally does get her rematch tonight. Now for Nia Jax, she came back and won from Monday Night Raw. Right? I guess comeback's probably not the right word. She was able to survive a possible comeback from Team SmackDown when Becky Lynch was coming back on Team Raw, but Nia Jax said, "Hey, stop where you're going, Becky." She's gonna stop. She cut it off right away. Nia Jax being the last one to save Team Monday Night Raw in that match, defeating Team SmackDown. And she's being one of the superstars that will actually be able to accept that invite to the Royal Rumble match. That William Regal said that all winners from Survivor Series teams representing Monday Night Raw that actually won. So, from what I understand, Nia Jax has already accepted that. We'll see how this fares. If Naomi wins tonight, she's very well able to get herself a guaranteed spot as well, and also become the Women's United States Champion once again. But it will not be easy, because she's going on to take on the irresistible force, Nia Jax. This United States Championship is the first ever championship that Nia Jax has held. We'll see how long she'll be able to hold it for. Did look pretty good there at Survivor Series. And we'll see what exactly is going to be next besides being in that Royal Rumble matchup. Will she have a United States Championship match at the Royal Rumble? And if so, who will it be against? A lot of up-and-coming women on the roster, legends, newbies as well, looking to make a name for themselves, looking for that opportunity, and could it be coming up here very, very soon? But we are sold out here tonight in Toronto, Canada. We're staying here in Toronto, Canada. It's been one hell of a week, I can tell you that. And we're just with the Royal Rumble. We're going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, for a big event of the Royal Rumble. We already know a couple superstars for the men's side of things, with Jalen Bronson, Tyrese Halliburton, the Big Diesel, Shaq will be in the match up as well, and obviously plenty of big names for the men's side, and the women's side is going to have plenty of big names. We'll see what surprises we get in those Royal Rumble matches each year. It looks like the matchup is getting ready to get underway here. Nia Jax versus Naomi. Can Naomi pick up a big win here on Monday Night Raw and become a two-time United States champion? We are about to find out. Referee has officially rung the bell, and Nia Jax starting off fast with a big boot to the face. Nia Jax is like, you waited too long for your rematch. I will gladly put you down and have you restart all the way at the end of the line as a big Samoan drop to Naomi. And if you're Naomi, you cannot allow Nia Jax to do what she is doing right now, just to get her hands on you and just stomp away. And what she's about to run into is that full vicious neck breaker. Nia Jax really talking her trash. She's been on her A game as of late. That's why she was the winner, the last one surviving for Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw consists of Natalya, Zoe Stark, Charlotte, and obviously Nia Jax. Charlotte was the team captain. And there for a little bit, I thought how Smackdown was coming back with Becky Lynch. I thought maybe, just maybe, we were going to see a comeback. But like we said, Nia Jax stopped that immediately and put down Becky Lynch. Back inside the ring here. Let's see if Nia Jax can continue her domination of Naomi at this opportune time. Ooh, strong kick out, not even a one. So at least Naomi's going to have some time to at least do something. Look at that strike. Nia Jax wasn't even fazed by it. And now Nia. Oh, this ain't going to end well for Naomi. Gonna eat some snake eyes here, it looks like. Bam! Right in between the eyes. And Nia Jax had just dominated Naomi from the get-go. And tonight, like you heard from William Regal, ladies and gentlemen, this is a night of Royal Rumble qualifiers. You're going to see qualifiers this week all the way up to the actual Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see everything and anything on the road to the Royal Rumble. As look at Nia Jax. Ooh, almost a world's strongest slam from Nia Jax, taking it to Naomi. And now Nia Jax trying to figure out what she wants to do here. Uh-oh, from behind. Oh, nice arm drag takedown there from Naomi. Going for a clothesline, but Naomi, she's going to have to do more than just that to take down the United States champion. Just when you think maybe Naomi might be able to, get something going right now, or just Nia Jax is just too much right now. Naomi back up to her feet. Oh, nice springboard drop kick. Takes down the champion. And this is what Naomi needs to do. Keep Nia on her back. Focus on the legs. And just wear her down a little bit. But obviously that's not what she's doing. It's probably going to cost her. It's the best opportune time to do just that, but unfortunately for her, she gets busted open right there. You can't really tell if it's a cut on the forehead or whatnot. It looks like it is right on the right side of her face there. And now Nia has her from behind, but again another arm drag takedown there from Naomi. Can Naomi somehow get that glow going and make her feel the glow tonight? This has been a good back and forth matchup. This is what you love to see. Very competitive in the terms of one-sidedness, but at least she's not going down without a fight. She's continuing to scratch and claw and deal with Nia Jax as another drop kick. And takedown once again from Naomi. I'm starting to fire her up. We're trying to get this crowd behind her here in Toronto, Canada. Sold out capacity crowd. A lot of people are here from, obviously, the big Survivor Series matches that we've had. We've only seen more greatness on display tonight, as now Nia Jax gets hit with a brutal pile driver off the ropes from Naomi. Is Naomi going to be able to become a two-time Women's United States champion? 1, 2. Oh, so close. 2.5. How much more can she take? A split right across the chest there of Nia Jax. Nia Jax now is in trouble. And if you're watching the first part of this matchup, you probably weren't thinking that whatsoever. As now Naomi rolls her through, gonna hit her with that submission hold here. Naomi's won plenty of matches in her career with this. Look at this, Nia Jax, Naomi having to let go of that submission hold. And now Naomi has to go back to the well. And now, now a striking battle, rare striking battle we've seen as of late. Very surprising to see Naomi wanting to go blow to blow with the United States champion here. Chop across the chest of Nia Jax, big haymaker from Nia, and now big reversal from Nia. Now she's continuing to target that jaw area. Back and forth we go. Who's gonna walk out with the United States Championship? Big time matchup here. Both women going back and forth. And now we got ourselves a stalemate. And now Nia Jax, she thinks she had it, but no. Big reversal. Drops her down with a reverse DDT. That's why you never can count out one superstar, ladies and gentlemen, because it may take a little bit of time, but it will get them back in this matchup one way or another as a, nice, I guess you could say like a springboard leg drop of sorts there from Naomi. Naomi now with a split-legged moonsault. Is that it? Pinfall. 2. No, Nia Jax at 2.9. How much more can Nia Jax withstand, ladies and gentlemen? And now Naomi tossing her out on the apron here. Again, she hit this earlier. No. Oh my goodness, stomped her. Now Nia Jax is busted open. Big reversal from Nia Jax into a big clothesline. Now Nia Jax is fired up. Both of these women putting it all on the line. Blood, sweat, and tears going into this matchup. Nia Jax has her up. Down goes Naomi. That's how Nia Jax won at Survivor Series, and now she has just retained the United States Championship over Naomi. What a bout. It was completely one-sided. Quarter of this matchup, Naomi was able to figure out Nia halfway through, and then it got very competitive, and that's what you love to see. We got one heck of a matchup between both of these matches. Gave Nia Jax a hell of a run for her money in that championship tonight, but Nia Jax is still the United States champion, and honestly I wouldn't mind if they were able to run it back again, even though Naomi is lost. Certainly it's another matchup, a big time matchup, especially for the Royal Rumble, but we'll have to really see where the direction of the United States Championship goes from here. We know Nia Jax has officially accepted William Regal's offer, and he he has given Nia Jax a spot in the Royal Rumble matchup. The question is, who does Nia Jax defend her United States Championship against? As you're seeing the highlights of this matchup, a lot back and forth matchup. Look at this, bam, almost like a pedigree from the apron, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. But Nia Jax will continue to scratch and claw right here. This brutal power slam, power bomb of sorts, folds her like an accordion and leads to that 1, 2, and 3. Big win for Nia Jax, ladies and gentlemen, and I am being told Nia Jax is going to get some microphone time here in just a second as she walks out still the United States Champion. Did you guys see how easy I made that look? Half of the matchup I had Naomi right where I wanted her, but I wanted some competition, so I let Naomi feel like she was in that matchup with me, only for her downfall to be in the middle of that ring and me being on top and still being the Women's United States Champion. Since I am now finally done with Naomi, I need some stiff competition. I need better competition. And I'm the one that actually survived Monday Night Raw side of things. I'm the one that saved Raw from losing to Team Smackdown. I know Regal gave us a guaranteed spot into the Women's Royal Rumble, and I'll gladly take it, but I want more. I think it's time that Nia Jax's career only continues to skyrocket. So I got something for you, Regal, and I think you'll like it. First off, it's going to be this. Over the next couple weeks, next week and the week after, I will defend my Women's United States Championship against Natalya and Zoe Stark, who were a part of that Raw women's team. I will put them down. But also, I want a women's championship matchup. I want Charlotte Flair at the Royal Rumble. You heard me correctly. I want the Women's World Champion, Charlotte Flair, at the Royal Rumble. It's about my time. No one is taking down the irresistible force, and I can show you why that there's not even a queen can take down Nia Jax. Well, you ask and you shall receive. The Women's World Champion, Charlotte Flair, is here, ladies and gentlemen, and certainly we may get your answer right here, right now. Now, not only is the Nia Jax defeat Naomi tonight, she's literally offering to defend the Women's United States Championship next week against either, obviously, Natalya or Zoe Stark, and then the following week against the other one that she doesn't defend the championship against. How crazy is that? That is awesome to see, if we're honest. It's a great thing to see. I mean, Nia Jax is offering to defend the United States Championship. And not only that, she wants the Women's World Championship. She wants an opportunity. She believes it's her time to shine. She believes it's her time to have the Women's World Championship. Charlotte in the championship match at the Royal Rumble, and I couldn't think of a better matchup, to be honest with you, or one of the top matches that could very well tear down the house. As two women that, I mean, certainly Charlotte's on top of her game, and certainly Nia Jax is away through the bottom rope. Nia Jax attacking Charlotte Flair, and now she's not even going to allow Charlotte Flair to come out and answer the call, I suppose. She's coming out and attacking the Queen. Beatdown of a lifetime coming the way of Charlotte Flair, and now Nia Jax, just like she had just did moments ago to Naomi, ladies and gentlemen, laying out the Women's World Champion just like that. Nia Jax seems like she is loving what she is doing here. And now, not again, Nia Jax not playing around. Once again, another power slam maneuver, another Nia Jax bomb. And now it seems like she is not done just yet. As I know, it looks like a good old-fashioned Luthez press of sorts, but she's just picking up her head and throwing her off the mat. Very, very vicious. Certainly the Queen probably was not expecting it. She does have her wrestling attire on, but she certainly wasn't expecting to deal with a possible beating of a lifetime here. And now, oh goodness, bouncing her head right off that top of that barricade. That sure as heck ain't gonna be feeling any better. As she gets tossed down to the other side of the ring, and now Nia Jax, seems like she is pissed. She wants this to be all about her. Certainly Charlotte's going to be in for a rude awakening, ladies and gentlemen, and William Regal has a decision to make here very, very soon. And that question is, ladies and gentlemen, what will the Women's World Championship look like? Will he officially make this matchup? I mean, Nia Jax is literally saying she will defend the championship, her United States Championship, coming up here very soon over the next couple of weeks as a pop-up Samoan drop through the table. Nia Jax laying out your Women's World Champion here live on Monday Night Raw. Craziness ensuing here on this edition as, oh, Naomi coming back out. Naomi, she already dealt with her once, and now we're gonna see what happens next here. Naomi coming back out. Charlotte Flair from behind, maybe looking for some natural selection here to Nia Jax. All due to the help, ladies and gentlemen, of Naomi. Naomi just losing that matchup, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, as now Charlotte Flair with a moonsault, but she misses, and now Nia Jax, just when you thought maybe, just maybe, with the help, ladies and gentlemen, of Naomi coming back out here, Nia Jax just gets the upper hand. And now Nia Jax ain't done. Nia Jax ain't done. Oh my God. Taking out the Women's World Champion. Message sent. Is this the match we're getting at the Rumble?
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, up next is the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods making their way down to the ring, as it will be Kofi Kingston. He'll be in a singles matchup taken on LA Knight, with the winner of this match getting a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble match. Also, Xavier Woods later on tonight, he will be in a 8-man battle royal to determine a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble. It does not mean that losers won't have a spot in the actual Royal Rumble, but it just means that they will have a lesser spot, a lower spot. So let's say LA Knight defeats Kofi Kingston. He'll enter at, let's say, 20. Kofi Kingston would be, let's say, 10 or 15, something like that. A couple spots, if not multiple spots lower. Or if Kofi wins, he's at 22. LA Knight would be at 16, something like that. Certainly a big opportunity for Kofi Kingston. He's just been known as a tag team competitor here in Universe Mode. Certainly he's had his fair share of singles matches with the New Day over the years, but he hasn't really had, that main focus on a Intercontinental Championship, a United States Championship, a WWE World Heavyweight Championship, anything in the way, as here comes the current United States Champion, LA Knight. Yeah. And for LA Knight, came up a bit short against Sheamus there. Unfortunately, at Survivor Series, losing to Sheamus. But LA Knight looking to get back on track, looking to qualify for the Royal Rumble matchup, or at least get himself a guaranteed spot, and then, go from there. Obviously, he's still the United States Champion, still wants to bring prestige to the United States Championship, but also, obviously, LA Knight, he wants to be the World Champion, the the WWE Champion, the top guy of the company. He's one of the top superstars right now, but he wants to have that career-defining moment being the top guy, the guy that's getting to main event Monday Night Raw or whatever brand he may ever be on. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kofi Kingston, LA Knight, two veterans in this business going at it. Who gets a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble? Charles Robinson ringing the bell. The match has officially started. LA Knight coming right out of the gate with a drop kick. LA Knight now, what's he setting up for? Possible springboard maneuver here. Lining up Kofi for a nice springboard drop kick. Takes down Kofi. And this is where LA Knight has to take advantage. He has to slow down Kofi Kingston. As now LA Knight from the second rope. Oh, big axe handle right across the chest. Slowly, methodically take down Kofi Kingston. And from this episode all the way through Royal Rumble season, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a lot of Royal Rumble qualifying matches in the build up to the Royal Rumble. You're already seeing possible feuds line up. I mean, Charlotte Nia Jax, that looks like that's lining up right now. Plus, you're seeing Nia Jax saying, hey, I'm going to defend my championship against Zoe Stark and Natalya back-to-back weeks here on Monday Night Raw here to prove that I'm ready and that it's my time to shine. So, and we're waiting right now to get some word from backstage to really see if we're going to get that officially made from William Regal over the next couple of weeks for that matchup, and then we'll see what it leads up to for the Women's World Championship. Because it seemed like Charlotte was coming out to maybe answer the call, reject it. You never know what Charlotte was going to say. But Nia Jax coming through from outside there, attacking Charlotte from behind and sending her a direct message. As now LA Knight with a nice DDT takes it to Kofi Kingston there. Pinfall opportunity, middle of that ring. Will this be enough? No, just a 1 count. Certainly LA Knight wants to get himself a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble as he misses that elbow drop. And now Kofi will look to get himself back in this matchup here. Big haymaker chop into, big takedown there of LA Knight. Looking to work that midsection. Here comes Kofi Kingston with the boom drop, but no! LA Knight moving out of the way. Both men trying to hit some signature maneuvers in their repertoires, and it has not worked out in their favor just yet. And now look at these unhinged punches to the face of Kofi. And LA Knight all fired up here, looking to put away Kofi Kingston once and for all. Good old-fashioned BFT, blunt force trauma. Looking to put away Kofi for sure. And he does, out of nowhere. LA Knight is officially going to the Royal Rumble. He'll be in the Royal Rumble match. He'll get himself a guaranteed spot. Question is obviously what number they'll draw that Royal Rumble day. But with a loss here for Kofi Kingston doesn't mean necessarily he won't be in the matchup. He will just draw a lower entry into the Royal Rumble matchup. LA Knight brought the fight here tonight to Kofi Kingston in the singles matchup. LA Knight was done playing around. Big win over a fellow WWE veteran with some good old-fashioned BFT to Kofi to get himself a guaranteed spot into the Royal Rumble. Can LA Knight get himself what he wants to go on to main event WrestleMania? Can the megastar get what he wants? We'll figure that out very, very soon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting back from our break, and all competitors are in the ring for this battle royal. The winner of this matchup will get themselves a guaranteed spot. Xavier Woods already staying out here, watching Kofi Kingston just lose his matchup. But right now in this matchup, you got Andrade, Xavier Woods, Kevin Owens, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Karrion Kross, Apollo Crews, Ludwig Kaiser. 8 names, anything from guys looking to prove themselves, to get themselves in the main event picture. You got guys that are in the main event picture They have won world titles, have won major championships, have had major matches at WrestleMania, but we'll see what it looks like here tonight, as this is a battle royal. Apollo Crews, former multi-time tag team champion, former United States champion, looking to get back in the swing of things with the Street Profits. Karrion Kross, former undisputed champion here. Xavier Woods, former tag team champion here in the series. Owens, multiple time tag team champion. Oh, is Karrion Kross the first one eliminated? That is a damn shame for Karrion Kross. Certainly not what he was expecting to do whatsoever, but again, didn't work out at Survivor Series for his team, or part of the Triple H's team. And we'll see where it goes from here. If I'm Apollo Crews, I would have punched Jacob Fatu and then pushed him out instead of bringing him back in. But I guess Crews just wanted to be safe in that situation. Crews now looking to eliminate Kevin Owens. Did not work out in that favor, as Owens springboard going for a DDT. Didn't work out in his favor. Big Samoan drop there from Solo. Kaiser in trouble here, about to be eliminated possibly by Apollo Crews here. Big opportunity. Possibly 2 eliminations inbound. Can Kaiser keep himself? No, he cannot. Kaiser's eliminated. Will Andrade be able to keep himself in this matchup? Owens, I believe, was just eliminated, and so was Andrade. We are down to 4. We got the new bloodline, Solo and Jacob Fatu. You got Apollo Crews and Xavier Woods. Well, we did have Crews. Now we are down to 3. The bloodline working together, and then they will go after each other. We'll see if Solo tells Jacob to just get out of the ring for himself. We're about to find out, as now Solo looking to eliminate Xavier Woods, looking to make it look real easy here. Solo, can he flip him over? He does. Xavier Woods is eliminated. We are down to 2. And it looks like these two are going to come for blow as a spinning Solo there from Mr. Solo Sikoa. Can he eliminate his own family here? Yes, he does. Solo Sikoa gets himself a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble matchup, ladies and gentlemen. That Rumble matchup felt like it went quick. A little bit of everything in the matchup. Kaiser got eliminated fast. Andrade got eliminated fast. Kevin Owens got eliminated fast. And then Solo and Jacob worked together to eliminate some guys. And it came briefly with Solo hitting the spinning Solo on Fatu. And then Solo eliminating his own family over the top rope. And Solo Sikoa gets himself a guaranteed spot. A little bit of a bounce back after what we saw at Survivor Series with them losing to the OG Bloodline. Could Solo Sikoa go on to win the Royal Rumble match? We'll have to wait and find out. And up next here, ladies and gentlemen, The Miz taking on Rusev one-on-one with a guaranteed Royal Rumble spot on the line. Miz certainly looking to picking up a big win, and certainly would love to have himself a Royal Rumble moment. Anything from being a multi-time Intercontinental Champion here in the series, would love to have that moment. Obviously, he tagged up with Cody Rhodes months ago, and he's kind of hoping, obviously, with that recent United States Championship match that he had won the United States Championship and everything else like that at that time, that, you know, everything would go in his favor. As, oh, wait a minute, Rusev waiting behind the steel steps, attacking Miz from behind. Come on. This is what you get with a man like Rusev, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it ever since he's come back. Yes, he had that impromptu match with Gunther, losing that, would be in a gauntlet matchup, would lose that, but ever since then, this man has been on a attack roll. Took out DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, now looking to take out The Miz to get himself a guaranteed spot into the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Rusev coming back to WWE has been on a tear, looking to have his moment in WWE. Referee finally ringing the bell. Rusev might just absolutely destroy The Miz. Can't count out Miz here, but he might absolutely get destroyed here. This crowd here in Toronto just booing the hell out of Rusev right now as Miz is able to at least take off his jacket and everything, but he gets hit with a back suplex. Down goes The Miz, and like we said, Miz, this is not what Miz wanted to have in this impromptu match. Both men's veterans in this business. Obviously, Miz, he would do the exact same thing, especially when he was ever the bad guy. But Miz turning the leaf here in the series, looking to change it up in his career, see if that will ever help him. It's very rare to see something like that with the crowd actually getting behind the Miz. And now Miz stomping away in the midsection, trying to get himself back in this matchup slowly but surely. Miz trying to loosen up those cobwebs in his head right now after, being attacked from behind. Rusev waiting at the steel steps, coming out of nowhere, attacking the Miz. Miz now up top rope here. Big elbow right across the chest of the Redeemer Rusev. Big opportunity here. 2. Ooh, that was 2.5. Very close there for the Miz. It'd be very surprising if Miz can come back in this match and honestly win it. And now Miz, Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, big knee strike right to the midsection. This is what Miz needs to do, slowly but surely get back in the matchup. But of course, as soon as I said that, Rusev was able to hit a reversal. Rusev taking too much time, gets Miz back in this matchup, and now you're seeing these Miz kicks in the corner here. If you're Rusev, you cannot allow a man like the Miz to get back in this matchup. Especially if you're taking too long to taunt your opponent. As now Miz busted wide open, and now he's going to get his legs worked on here from the Bulgarian Brute. Right there, that left quad. Down goes the Miz. Is that going to be enough to put him away? 2, 3, yes it is. That is the exact same maneuver that has taken out Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and now it has defeated the Miz tonight. Didn't need to see no accolade here tonight. Rusev comes out here, not only attacks Miz from behind, but again attacking that knee, has wiped out Gargano and Ciampa. It has taken out the Miz tonight, and Rusev continues to do any means possible, taking out his opponents. Right there, that big kick to the quad, and look at this, off the ropes. Bam, like a shoulder tackle, shoulder bump, whatever you want to call it, right into the knee, taking out the Miz, and that gives Rusev a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble match. And if I'm Rusev, you got to be a big favorite in that matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Rusev might win it all. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back. And certainly a big-time matchup, not only in the tag team division, but also in the Women's Royal Rumble match. The winning team not only gets a tag team championship match against the Judgment Day live there at the Royal Rumble, but also the winning team gets themselves a guaranteed spot in the Women's Royal Rumble match. So that would be absolutely huge for that woman right there, Bayley, looking to get back into title contention, as well as Lyra Valkyria. And we actually sat down with Lyra Valkyria and we talked about teaming up with Bayley, and why did Lyra Valkyria go to Bayley and kind of want to make a team out of, especially over the years you've seen how Bayley was in the original Damage Control and then that newer Damage Control, and Lyra Valkyria said, you know what, I put that all to the side. I grew up watching Bayley from that hugger stage to that newer stage, that more modern day era Bayley, and I respect that how she came through the business, put her life on the line, blood, sweat, and tears to get noticed. She wasn't the biggest name in the group of the 4 horsewomen and everything like that. So when you her words of Lyra Valkyria, I think it's just the respect that Lyra has. She had nothing to do with damage control and all that other stuff. So Lyra wanted to honestly, wanted to have a mentor in the likes of Bayley, which is nice to see. But can you trust Bayley? Obviously, she's led those groups over the last couple of years. Did anything in her power to become women's champion at the time as well. So, hopefully for Lyra Valkyria, she doesn't get steered in the wrong direction. But I guess we will find that out here in just a matter of moments, how exactly that's going to turn out. Certainly they've got a win or so, and obviously they lost in the tag team tournament recently on Monday Night Raw as well. So, they're still working out the kinks of the tag team group, but I think Bayley and Lyra have plenty of potential, to be honest with you. So we'll see how that works. As now here comes Jade Cargill. The storm is coming to Monday Night Raw. Jade Cargill, a former women's champion as well as a former world heavyweight champion. She also was the Queen of the Ring winner this year. Went on to SummerSlam, defeating Rhea Ripley, if I do recall correctly, to become the double champion. Then would lose the championships not only to Charlotte Flair, but losing to a cash-in of Nikki Cross. Jade Cargill kind of fallen from Cloud 9, kind of falling from grace. She was undefeated for a long time, over a year, and then coming back down. She hit the top of the mountain, the Queen of the Ring, being a double champion after already being women's champion and all this other stuff. And then slowly but surely she's starting to come down a little bit. I think the women are starting to figure her out. But now Jade Cargill has a tag team partner of Bianca Belair, who certainly is a former women's world champion. She is a former Miss Money in the Bank. So she knows how to get it done as well. And Bianca Belair, she's been able to figure herself out last couple of years. Jade Cargill coming in here undefeated, making a name for herself and everything else like that. So, will this tag team kind of be a detriment? No offense to Bianca Belair, but will this be a detriment to Jade Cargill's career? Just in the terms of, she's been a solo all of her career, and then all of a sudden, Bianca Belair is trying to help her out with Charlotte Flair, but still Charlotte was able to defeat Jade Cargill and everything like that. So I don't know. We'll have to really wait and see how everything's going to turn out. Obviously, this partnership between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair is a whole different story. Obviously, Jade Cargill wants to have herself a rematch against Charlotte Flair for that Women's World Championship. Will we see it? Will we get it? We don't know. That's going to be up to William Regal and company, but there's a lot of great matches, and especially what we saw tonight. Nia Jax, she wants Charlotte Flair, the Women's World Champion, and she sent a message to Charlotte Flair. So, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of these women want that Women's World Championship. They want to be that top woman, and we'll see where it's going to go from here. It looks like we got Jade and Bayley kicking us off here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go as Bayley and Jade trying to feeling out process here a little bit. Irish whip into the corner. Gonna get ourselves an early tag. Bianca and Jade Cargill. Certainly you probably want them to really work out the kinks of this group. Two powerful women, two powerhouses in this lovely division here on Monday Night Raw, and certainly we've seen them have those great moments, being on the top of the mountain, especially Jade being a rare double champion here in Universe Mode. So there's a lot of great things that these women have accomplished and still yet to accomplish. And could we see Bianca and Jade Cargill getting that opportunity live there at the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Women's Tag Team Championships? It's a big opportunity, and very well could be it. And for the first title defense for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, a part of the Judgment Day, it certainly is going to be a big match no matter what. with the team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, or it could be the team of, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. And now here comes a big suplex right there in the middle of that ring. That is not going to feel too good, especially that middle of that back there. As Bayley, though, she's running on pure adrenaline at this moment, continuing to scratch and claw and fight. As here we go into the corner. Here we go with the big tag. Oh, ooh, nice back body drop there. Right in the middle of that ring. Oof. Definitely not feeling good there. And obviously we know the history between Bayley and Bianca. That goes far, far back. Obviously when the original Damage Control, obviously Io Sky, you had Asuka, Kairi Sane, and obviously Bayley was the quote-unquote leader of the group, led that group. And they did anything to make sure Bayley accomplished what she wanted to do. And obviously we saw that last woman standing matchup. I believe it was SummerSlam at that time. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I think it was last year, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. But there was a SummerSlam one year where it was Bayley, Bianca Belair, last woman standing matchup, and we saw all the members of Damage Control come out, attack Bianca Belair. Bayley was able to pick up the scraps and become the new women's champion at that time. Which, you hate to see it, but Bianca had to expect that to happen at that time. And, she just, how everything went down, it is a shame how it went, but it is how it is, unfortunately. And certainly Bianca Belair, that definitely not going to ever get past that, I wouldn't think. As here we go, pinfall opportunity, Jessica Carr right there in the face of Lyra Valkyria, just making sure the shoulders are down. As this is your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up here next will be a massive triple threat matchup like no other. As tonight, it will be Gunther, Randy Orton, Aliester Black in a triple threat elimination match where the winner will go on to the Royal Rumble and be the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble matchup. As here you go, Lyra Valkyria, Nightwing there to Jade Cargill. Is this it? No, Bianca's right there to break it up though. That could have been it, but unfortunately Bianca was right there for her teammate. And now here we go, Lyra. Oh, nice flying leg drop right across the chest there of Jade Cargill. Lyra Valkyria finally getting in the matchup here, looking to get some offense here, and certainly hitting a big maneuver on Jade Cargill. Definitely helps yourself out here. As here we go, off the ropes again. Big back body drop once again, but this time to Jade Cargill. And here we go. Bayley and Bianca Belair, anticipated matchup. We haven't really seen it so much since they had that big rivalry last year, but now obviously fighting not only to get a guaranteed spot in the Women's Rumble, but also to get a Women's Tag Team Championship match live there at the Royal Rumble. Are we about to eat another back body drop? No, but they do eat a arm drag takedown into the elbows. Lyra and Bayley working quite well together. That's what you like to see from both teams, working well. Obviously, both teams don't have the most tag team experience, but you're going to gain that over time. Is Bayley taking her time, realizing she doesn't need to go after Bianca there at ringside. She's waiting for Bianca to get back in the ring. Maybe a younger Bayley would probably maybe hit a suicide dive or something like that, but realizing she doesn't need to do that. No need to rush this big moment. It's Bianca Belair with a big tag. Here comes Jade Cargill and Bayley. And now Bayley with the chops, trying to slow down Jade Cargill's momentum. Coming right out there, right out the gate. It's a big suplex, takes down Miss Queen of the Ring, pardon me. Now Lyra Valkyria looking to put the final touches of this matchup away here. Lyra now. A bad predicament here, possibly. Lyra, missile drop kick from the top rope. Big time opportunity here. Here we go. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? No, just a 1 count. Also, still to come tonight, Roman Reigns is in the house. He'll be addressing the OG Bloodline win. And we'll see what exactly is next for Roman Reigns. Certainly we'll be addressing what happens and obviously addressing what will be next for himself and, maybe what's next for the Bloodline. Certainly, obviously with a World Heavyweight Championship matchup now being officially set between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, for Roman, what does... Oh, spear out of nowhere from Jade. Lyra Valkyria was looking for a spinning heel kick. Jade caught her just a split second beforehand. But like I was trying to say, what would Roman want to target next? What exactly is next for Roman? It's a big, strong kick out from Lyra, just a 1 count there. And now Jade gonna look to get the tag. Here comes Bianca Belair. Oh no, not the hair. The hair whip right to the middle of that back. I don't know how Lyra is moving here, ladies and gentlemen. That whip you could hear from probably outside the venue here in Toronto, Canada. And probably once we get to the Royal Rumble, you could probably still hear the echo of that whip. That was absolutely ferocious. As now Lyra still moving around. Lyra Valkyria looking to fly here. Lyra Valkyria with a leg drop from the top. Vintage Lyra Valkyria. Gonna look to go for the pinfall here, I believe. Trying to drag her away from the ropes. Pinfall opportunity, maybe. Yes, she will. Taking too much time, and that gives Jade Cargill enough time to break up that pinfall. Now here comes a role model, Bayley, looking to pin Bianca Belair, as Bayley going high risk here. Big time opportunity for Bayley, looking for that Macho Man elbow drop, but taking too much time. Bianca now on the offensive here. Look at those strikes into the kicks, into the clothesline. Bianca firing herself up here, gonna connect with a beautiful moonsault. 3 of the 4 women in this match have accomplished so much in the terms of obviously big wins in their career, but accomplishment, world championships. They've done so much. And as a KOD there from Bayley. Is this enough? Or I should say to Bayley from Bianca Belair as Lyra Valkyria breaks it up. Bayley, former women's champion in her own right. Obviously, Bianca Belair, former women's world champion. Jade Cargill, double champ at the same time. All 3 of those women have accomplished so much. Lyra Valkyria is looking to do the exact same thing in her career. She is looking to accomplish a lot, and she's hoping to learn under the wing of Bayley. Oh goodness, what a brain buster to the outside here. What a maneuver from Lyra Valkyria. A suicide dive. I don't know if she was expecting Bianca to move more to the center or whatever, but this is a key moment in the matchup. It's hard to even explain what you just saw. A big error in this matchup from Lyra Valkyria, and it very well could cost them this matchup. Not only a guaranteed spot in the Rumble, but also getting themselves a tag team championship match live at the Royal Rumble. Is now Bianca Belair from behind. Oh, not on the barricade. Oh my goodness. Did you see her head hit that barricade? I honestly don't even know how she's still moving. That's her jaw hitting her orbital bone. Is now going looking for a snapmare takedown. Bianca catches her. That's just the strength and power of Bianca on display. Now Bianca continuing to go to work here. Irish whip into the corner. Big tag, big punch to the face there. Here we go. What are we thinking about doing as a tag team? DDT into a big-time suplex. Takes down Lyra Valkyria. Nice suplex there from Jade, hitting the other part of that. But Bayley right there, she's not gonna go down without a fight. What a match this has been from both sides. There's been moments in this matchup where you think both sides would win this matchup, but it's been a hard-hitting matchup from the get-go. And now, well, it looks like we're going to flip things around. Jade Cargill now going to hit the DDT on Lyra, and then Bianca will hit her side of a German suplex. Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Bianca and Jade are going to the Rumble. Not only will they be in the Royal Rumble match, they will be facing Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Live there at the Rumble as well. Big time matchup between both teams. Very competitive. Lyra Valkyria hitting that suicide dive to the outside, hitting absolutely no one, cost them this matchup. And if you're Bayley, you're itching your head. You're trying to scramble and think what in the hell that was all about, because that cost them a big opportunity. And especially around this season, you can't make some mistakes. Once you get around the Royal Rumble season, big mistakes cost you not only opportunities in the Royal Rumble, but championship opportunities. And I don't know if we'll necessarily see the mistake on this replay whatsoever, but Lyra Valkyria, for the most part, like 95% of this matchup, she did quite well in the terms of being in this matchup. As you can see, we get to the part where, Lyra and Bianca, right here, you'll see Bianca throw Lyra right on the barricade. Look at this. Bam! Her nose even, too. Hitting that, and then Jade and Bianca would just double team the crap out of Lyra Valkyria at the end. Bayley was hoping that she'd be able to kick out, but ultimately she didn't, and Jade and Bianca are going to Indianapolis to the Rumble, and we'll see how these two fare. They could walk out with those tag team championships, as well as maybe one wins it all inside the Royal Rumble match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time on Monday Night Raw. Gunther, the Ring General, looking to have himself another strong performance here tonight as he takes on Randy Orton and Aliester Black. This matchup more than likely would have been a fatal four-way matchup, but unfortunately, we all saw it. That just brutal beatdown from the Monster Abyss. William Regal has announced that Abyss, the Monster Abyss, whatever you'd like to call him, he has a contract with WWE. He has just been signed to Monday Night Raw. We do have a matchup for the Royal Rumble matchup. You will see Abyss making his WWE debut in 4 weeks' time inside, or I should say, at the Royal Rumble, inside the ring against Stone Cold Steve Austin, 1-on-1. The Monster Abyss versus the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'd really love to know where in the hell the Monster Abyss came from. Obviously, a lot of you guys may not know, but if you guys did not know, look at Abyss in TNA. An absolute monster. A man that was escaped the penitentiary. An absolute specimen. A brutal superstar. And you saw it against Stone Cold Steve Austin when he came out. Had that spiked bat, or what he calls Janus. We'll talk about this more at a later date, ladies and gentlemen. It's just, whatever match they have at the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, something to really look out forward to in that matchup. But like we said, we'll talk about that more on the road to the Royal Rumble. But the Monster Abyss versus the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, live there at the Royal Rumble. But now we transition back to the matchup here between Randy Orton, Gunther, and Aliester Black. The winner getting the 30th spot in the Royal Rumble match. Certainly going to be a matchup that everyone's looking forward to, and then especially this matchup, it's a elimination triple threat. So obviously in this matchup, you don't have to, keep your eyes behind your head, and especially if you're outside the ring and there's two guys going at it and one pins the other one, the match is over. But this one, you can be outside the ring, you can take as long as possible. If the two guys are in the middle of the ring, one pins the other, it's like, okay, hey, now we're down to a singles match. So we'll see how that goes. As there is the Viper, Randy Orton, ladies and gentlemen, looking for a big night. And now here we go. Aliester Black is in the building. Looked pretty good inside that Survivor Series matchup as well. He just kept taking down Team Smackdown very, very quickly. I believe Randy Orton, if I do recall, was the only one to get eliminated. But certainly that doesn't really take away from what Randy Orton has accomplished in his career. Big time matchup for all three of these gentlemen. Gunther, former United States champion, former world heavyweight champion. Randy Orton, a former WWE champion. Aliester Black, former NXT United Kingdom champion. Dominated SmackDown when he got called up from NXT. Dominated SmackDown for the most part. And then eventually, he'd take a hiatus, would go to NXT for a while, and then kind of take a little bit of a break as well again. But he is back full time. And he is on Monday Night Raw. Certainly a lot of big time matches you can see. Especially we got that match between himself and Uncle Howdy. Two contrasting styles. Very eerie with Aliester Black getting the upper hand on Howdy at that time. But this matchup, I am ready. Seems like Jessica Carr is just ready for this matchup. It's going to be hard for her to call this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, just in the terms of how chaotic this match is going to get very, very quickly. Yes, there we go. Gunther, Randy Orton, and Aliester Black. Triple threat elimination match has officially started. Here we go. And look at Aliester Black. As he watches on, he's just like, I'll let you guys go at it. I don't need to force myself in these opportune times. Now Gunther and Aliester Black, this is a matchup you'd love to see as well, as Gunther already looking to make a submission hold here of Aliester Black, looking to make Aliester Black tap out here. Big time opportunity here. As both Randy and Gunther had the same thing right in mind there. It's a big time back slam there. Takes down Gunther. Almost like a full Nelson slam of sorts, taking him down, but just a 1 count. And in this type of match, you do have to have eyes behind your head, but you don't have to necessarily be aggressive. So Gunther, those big chops right across the chest there, could cave in a man's chest very quickly. If you're Aliester Black, just stay outside there, watch it, or maybe pick the right time to intervene in this matchup. Anything goes in this type of matchup. Tables, ladders, chairs, kendo sticks. We even got a stop sign from Mr. Aliester Black. And oh goodness, right to the tailbone area. Look at Aliester Black, just these big kidney kicks right to the midsection and even the side of the skull as well. And now, we got ourselves a guitar here. We looking to maybe play some music here in Toronto. And Randy's like, no, I'm just gonna toss the guitar at you. I'll let Aliester Black sing the blues here. And now let's see what Randy wants to grab. Ooh, good old-fashioned table. Nothing can go wrong there for sure. As Gunther taking his time, laughing about where he's at. Randy Orton now looking to make Aliester Black pay here. That's a barbed wire baseball bat, and Randy Orton was able to hit a kind of a brief kidney punch, just enough to slow him down here. And now Randy. Oh goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a person grab a steel baseball bat by the actual barbed wire. But that's what Randy Orton did at that time. But I mean, he does have wrapping, so I guess it wouldn't hurt as much. But still, I was like, no, not on the steel. Oh my goodness, on the barbed wire. Oh my goodness, that is not going to be feeling too good for Aliester Black. Only thing will make him feel better is if he's able to walk out victorious. Is Gunther able to get out of that bad situation? All men clearing the situation briefly. Now here comes Gunther, hard Irish whip off the ropes. Big time scoop slam. Oh my goodness. Decapitating blow right across the chest. Is that elimination? No, it is not. Matchup will continue with Randy at least a little bit longer. It's clubbing blows from Gunther. Gunther now gonna flip him, trying to flip Randy Orton. Oh, he's gonna put him right on the barbed wire. Not fully on the barbed wire, but enough to that could literally tear off skin, make Randy Orton bleed right there. You know, Gunther now gonna go with a Coquita clutch of sorts, looking to make Aliester Black tap out. Will Black be the first elimination in this triple threat matchup? No, Gunther forced to let go of it. And now Gunther now barehanding that barbed wire baseball bat as well. Stop sign getting involved, stopping Gunther right in his tracks. Pardon me. And now Randy just I wouldn't say mocking, but he's eyeing down the scene right now. He realizes what's going on. Took too much time though. Gunther with a beautiful drop kick, and now he's gonna look to make Randy pay here. Oh goodness, I mean, I guess not. Maybe he's gonna look to put Aliester Black away. Oh, but Aliester Black able to luckily reverse out of his time. And now Black, look at that maneuver. Oh, never mind, it didn't work out in his favor. Kinda underestimated how far he was away there. Now Black gonna roll out the ring, and now it's back down to Gunther and Randy Orton here. Showing that agility. Gonna look for a back suplex and fold him in half. Possible elimination coming the way of Gunther. But no, Randy Orton with a strong kick out at 1. Still plenty left in the tank of Randy. Oh, now the table's set up here. Somebody might be going through a table here live on Netflix. Well, maybe not anymore. Aliester Black stopped that. Both men going for a kick. Didn't work out in their favors, but obviously Gunther was able to get the upper hand. And like what William Regal has said before, even whoever gets the 30th spot has not worked out for them actually walking out victorious. Is Randy Orton so close to eliminating Gunther, and now Orton looking to use that stop sign possibly. Nope, Aliester Black one step ahead of him. And now big time back suplex. I don't know if he connected with that stop sign enough, but certainly that still hurts no matter what. Now let's see what Aliester Black wants to do to Gunther. I mean, you're getting the stages of this matchup where, you know, they're starting to hit bigger blows in this matchup, but question is, who do you target first? Who do you eliminate first to get yourself a better opportune time to win this match? Oh, big reversal from Randy there. Both men know how close they are to that table. They don't want to go through that table. Now Randy setting up to Gunther. Gunther in a bad way now. Gunther gets hit with an RKO. RKO to Gunther. Is this it? 2. No, 2.5. Gunther stays in the match. Aliester Black's down. Gunther's down. Randy Orton the only man left in this matchup that is at least up their feet. And now kendo stick shots galore live here tonight. The table still intact so far. Kendo sticks being broken over tables / being broken over competitors is gone crazy. So into the corner we go. What is Randy thinking here? Oh goodness. Those elbows right to the side of the skull there. That's absolutely going to be hurting. Uh-oh, Randy Orton with an RKO and explodes the table. Is that enough? 2, 3. Aliester Black has been eliminated. He get technically put through a table there, ladies and gentlemen. And now we were down to 2. Gunther and now Randy Orton. Will that be enough after Gunther kind of laid on that bat? Yes, it is. Randy Orton is officially the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble match. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth we went. Randy Orton, though, ultimately walking out victorious. Orton put Aliester Black through a table, or at least a little bit through a table, as there's a guitar shot there, but a little bit of everything. And then Gunther I believe briefly got tossed right on that barbed wire bat at the end. I don't know if we'll get a better angle here in a little bit, as right here you'll watch this. Randy Orton, bam, just enough. I think more the legs exploded, but whatever happened. Big takedown there of Aliester Black would lead to this. Let's see if his back lands on the barbed wire bat here. Ooh, I think maybe the tailbone area, if anything. It wasn't full on, but it was enough to get the job done. And Randy, the Viper, Randy Orton, walks out victorious in your main event of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. But we send you to the back, as we will be hearing from the head of the table and the winner of the War Games matchup, the OG Bloodline winner, Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief. He is here, and he's backstage waiting to address the WWE Universe. This past year, I've gone through a lot of things. A lot of it has been family-related stuff. I haven't been able to just focus on myself and winning championships. It always seems like I've been involved with either my own side of the family regaining their trust and rebuilding stuff up after shocking betrayal after shocking betrayal, and guys moving on from me, and then having to rebuild my family and having to do what we had to do at Survivor Series to put down this newer side that we've seen of this bloodline to walk out victorious, and we did just that. I do want to thank Jimmy and Jay for coming back when I asked them to. They didn't have to. They could have told me to go to hell. But at the end of the day, they came back for me, for us, this bloodline. And there's also another man that I want to thank, and that's the honorary Oos that happens to be Sami Zayn. Without Sami, we don't know how this would have ended. I mean, certainly we would have been outnumbered. But at least having Sami to help us out and this sort of thing, it's great. I've thanked him behind the scenes, off screen, but I want to tell everyone watching at home that we appreciate everything that Sami has done for not only myself, but our family. And you guys are probably wondering where Paul Heyman has been. Hasn't been on TV for quite a long time, and the wise man, I've kept him away from this whole situation because I knew that The Rock's, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Kurt Angle, even on that side of things, would try to manipulate Paul Heyman and try to use that against us, try to attack him and try to do other stuff. So I've kept Paul away, but we've been kept in constant contact over the phones just to really see what's going to be best for the bloodline. And now with William Regal giving out opportunities for what's next for my family, Jay and Jimmy, they get to be in the Royal Rumble. They get a guaranteed spot. Sami gets a guaranteed spot. I'm happy for all three of them. I'm accepting that offer. I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. But the only thing is, for those other three of my family, the only thing is, I'm walking out of the Royal Rumble victorious, and I'm going on to main event WrestleMania. And I guarantee they'll feel the exact same way when they say it. Jay would say he was going to win. Jimmy is going to say he's going to win. Sami's going to say he's going to win. You got to be confident in yourself, and that's why they are in my family, blood related or not. And for Paul, he'll be on screen with me more often from here on out because he's the one that holds this family together. And at the end of the day, we're going back to WrestleMania, and we're going back to take back that World Heavyweight Championship. Wait a minute. That's The Rock. The Rock is here. What the hell? The final boss. The final boss is here. What the hell? Seems like the final boss isn't done with Roman Reigns. Roman seemed like was thinking that this was going to be all over with, but I guess not. Not yet. It's Roman. Oh my goodness. Tossed off the top of that balcony where the chairs are right there, ladies and gentlemen. Roman outside here, he's getting ready to leave, but he was gonna let everyone know what's going on there, as there is some glass there. Luckily The Rock didn't use that, but now The Rock, the final boss, is taking the fight to Roman Reigns. It was announced Roman Reigns was gonna be here for Monday Night Raw, and The Rock thought this was gonna be a great opportunity to attack. You hate to see it. You hate to see any of this. It's a, oh goodness, a brutal clothesline. Absolutely brutal. No. What are you doing, Rock? You see that glass on that pavement, you instantly think something bad's gonna happen, especially with the Brahma Bull. You just never know what he has in store here, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, oh my goodness, he broke the glass over his own damn self there, but still, absolutely brutal. And now the Rock with a rock bottom, the Rock bottom to the Rock. Just when you thought, ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought we would be back to being where we wanted to be, certainly it's not. You think we're moving on, but nope, The Rock wants to continue this. It's only over when The Rock says it's over, and you're getting a perfect thing of it right now. What else is there to do as Roman Reigns getting hit with a brutal clothesline right there from his family? It's like, oh goodness, steel chair shot right to the head of Roman Reigns. All hell is breaking loose here live. Oh goodness, damn. Can we get some kind of order? Is there any security outside here? You would think in this parking lot there would be some kind of officials, someone to break this up, but I guess not. As there's the Minute Maid machine there taking all the juice out of Roman Reigns there. And this is, oh my God, this. Can we get somebody out here, please? Where's Regal? Oh no! Roman Reigns busted wide open. And The Rock, he sees that, and now he's targeting Roman Reigns here. Oh my God. Can we get some help, man? Where's Sammy? Where's Jay? Where's Jimmy? Damn it. We are just witnessing a beatdown of all ages here, ladies and gentlemen. And now a spine buster out here on the concrete. We are seeing a I guess you could say more brutal side, I guess, but you still would see this no matter what. And The Rock again with another rock bottom. Roman Reigns has been taken out of this moment, and it looks like The Rock has a microphone on him. Let's go ahead and see what The Rock has to say. It's not over until I say it's over, Roman. And everything's going to change at the Royal Rumble. Everything is going to be on the line. Your moniker of the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, everything will be on the line. Because at the Royal Rumble, it will be the final boss versus the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, in a last man standing match. Anything goes. Everything can happen. No other family will get involved. It just happens between you and me at the Rumble. You have failed to beat me, and you'll be failing once again in a last man standing match. You will not be able to get up to a 10 count, and you will not be able to go after that World Heavyweight Championship that you are so desperately wanting to get back. It will not happen again, Roman. You defeated us at Survivor Series, the Rumble, everything changes in the favor of the final boss.